also assist you with your purchase and marketing team. We've met throughout the campaign. Marc Lum, going through. We've got a team from the office. We've got Elvis Wang. We've got Jack Cal, Peter Messia, Nick, Stephen again. They're all here to help you, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions regarding the property, the paperwork, or some technical advice with your bidding, they are here to help. Now, ladies and gentlemen, first I draw attention to is the contract sale, which has been made available to you prior to today's auction and on display for the last 30 minutes. Very straightforward auction contract. You find little difference compared to the others that we use in the state of Victoria for residential property auctions. Two parts of contract form the framework for competition here today. The particular sale together with both general and special conditions. Attached is the vendor statement, which is more commonly known as the Section 32 document that outlines all the relevant information you need to know in terms of becoming a new owner of this property right here. Now, the particular sale reads as follows. The marketing agent for our owner here today is Railway Real Estate, and the property we sell is commonly known to you and I, your neighbours, your postman, and your Uber Eats delivery driver, simply as number 20 Wattle Grove here in Mulgrave. Inclusive in today's sale, all fixed coverings, light fittings, window finishings, everything that's in a permanent nature as expected. Ladies and gentlemen, we're selling on auction conditions. What does that mean? Which means if you are the successful purchaser at the conclusion of today's auction, we'll need two things from you. One is your autograph on the dotted line, and then two is 10% equivalent to the purchase price at whatever price that you bid up to as your deposit. And we do accept a personal check or online transfer. We understand there is a transfer limit for most of the banks there, so we need $20,000 or more from you to be transferred to our trust account upon signing the contract, and the balance of that 10% is to be paid to our trust account on Monday next business day. Settlement is flexible from 60 to 90 days, of course, unless you made other arrangements with the marketing team before the commence of today's auction. Excuse me. The contract we'll be signing will be unconditional. There is no cooling off period. Now, as your auctioneer, ladies and gentlemen, it's my duty and responsibility to ensure today's auction is conducted in accordance with the rules or any additional conditions that's made available for inspection prior to today's auction. The rules prohibit making a false bid, prohibits a bidder trying to prevent others from bidding, false bidding, and major disruptions by bidders. There will be fines for all these conducts. Bidders will be indicated upon request by me as the auctioneer. The rules permit vendor bids and terms I will use to indicate I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor will be simply vendor bid. And by law, only I, as the auctioneer today, can make a vendor bid. Now, buyers, if you want to be the one assigning one of these in the next 15 to 20 minutes time, please pay particular attention to the next two rules because they are crucial to your success here today. By law, as the auctioneer, I cannot accept any bids or offers that's made after I declare the property sold. So before I knock it down to the successful purchaser here today, I'll simply call it out 3 times, like so. First call, second call, third and final call. And once the property has been knocked down, I can't take any more bids. And lastly, our owner has a reserve price. In the event, if we fall short of that reserve, by law, only the last bidder will have that first opportunity to buy this property at our owner's reserve. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again here on 20 Wattle Grove in Mulgrave. What are we offering you here today is a blue chip real estate with all the possibilities that you can imagine. Doesn't matter if you're a home buyer, a renovator, a developer, or a simple try to pick up something to add it to your investment portfolio. It's a blank canvas for you to do your imagination, ladies and gentlemen. 695 rectangular block sitting on the corner. That's your opportunity, whether you want to maximize the land size to do extension, renovating the current home, or possibly subdividing to put multi-dwelling developments, of course subject to council approval. That's your option. And the property itself, I think everyone that went through the property in the last 4 weeks of the campaign would agree with the statement I'm going to make. What an immaculate condition that this family has maintained this home for you to move on to purchase. Whether you're a first home buyer who wanted to maximise the location, or an investor to take an advantage of your financial situation to add this one to your portfolio, this is where you want to be. In terms of location, there's a second to none because everything this particular pocket of Mulgrave is known for is pretty much right here on your doorstep, ladies and gentlemen. The shops on Wander Street for your daily grocery shopping. We are in between Glen and Springvale, two cosmopolitan centres in the southeast of Melbourne, and not to mention the primary schools, the secondary colleges just simply down the road. The public transport, the buses on Springvale Road, on Wander Street and on Police Road will take you to both either Glen or Springvale. But buyers, you know this already, and that's why you are here at 12 past 12 on a day the temperature will go up to 37 degrees, because you know this opportunity is too good to miss. If you missed out on this one, you're back to square one next week. And on Monday, you'll get phone calls from all of the agents here. You don't want to do that. And imagine this, 12 past 12 next Saturday. Doesn't matter what crazy weather Melbourne throw at you. You'll be enjoying doing whatever you want to do on a Saturday because you've bought your Saturday back today. But unfortunately, only one person can walk away with signing one of these. Who's going to do that, ladies and gentlemen? It's the time to find out. At number 20, Wattle in Mulgrave, where do we see a fair and reasonable even-handed start? That's about 17 seconds of silence. You know, everyone tried to do this and yes, sir. $800,000, why not? Welcome to you, sir. At $800,000, let's throw in $20,000 rise. At 800 square 8, that's your bid, sir. Opening bid is holding the key. Where do we go, ladies and gentlemen? The indicating selling range starts from $900,000. So at this level, there should be silver hands. And in your hands, ladies and gentlemen, 8 is the call. At $800,000, let's throw in $20,000 rise. Where do we go? Searching 820 anywhere. And 8 is the bid. At $800,000, he knows the value. At $800,000, where do we go, ladies and gentlemen? Call 820. And 8 is the call now. At $800,000, are we done? That's it. One bid. Easier job for me, but ladies and gentlemen, you are here to buy. We are here to sell. In order to do that, we need your active participation. $800,000 to my right, your left. That's the winning bid now. 8 is the call. At $800,000, are we done? First call. At $800,000, are we done? Are we finished? Are we silent? At $800,000, certainly not at this level, ladies and gentlemen. At $800,000, where do we go now? At 8 is the bid here. At $800,000, should I go to second time? At $800,000, with you there, the opening bid, 820, welcome to yield at 820. At 820, sir, go back 40, straight back at 840, with the opening bid, called 860, ma'am. At $840,000 with the opening bid against you now. At 840.60 is the number I'm searching. At 840, are we done? Finished and silent here. 860. Can I tempt you in at 840 with the opening bid out against you? Or anyone can jump in there. You should jumping at this level. At $840,000, are we done? Finished and silent against you here.
860.
60. Welcome back at a 60 point. 80. Oh, take me to 900, sir. Your choice, your bid. Opening bid out at $860,000. That's the winning bid, which you're not holding anymore. What would you like to do? At $860,000, 20 is the increment. I'm searching. Call it 880. 880 straight back, and that's the one. That's the winning bid now at 880. What do you say? Call it 900. 20. Quarter 20. We're going to get there eventually, ma'am. We're going to flex your auction muscles. $880,000, quarter 9. At 880 is the call. At $880,000 with the opening bid. What would you like to do? Quarter 900,000, anyone? At 880 I have. At 880,000, are we done? First call. At 880,000. 900, good bid there at 9. At $900,000, circle to 920. At 9 is the $900,000, they are closer to the door. Do I let them have it out of 9? At 900 against you, sir. At $900,000, of course, more to welcome. At $900,000, where do I going? At 900,000, call it 920, sir. You seem to head the wrong way. Get to the house. At $900,000, we done first time. At $900,000. What about 10? Can't be fairer than that. At $900,000, I'll call it 10. Oh, better be, ladies and gentlemen, 9 is the bid. At $900,000, calling second call. $900,000 bids are here. 9 against you. That's the lower end of indicating selling range, ladies and gentlemen. Still great value at this level. That should be a sea of hands. And $900,000 bids you here, ma'am. And 9 against you. All done, all finished, all silent here for the third and final opportunity at $900,000. I'll give you a moment to think about your next move, sir. Ma'am, I'll take the $900,000 to the owner, stick some instructions. Won't take too long. Patience, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, it's a very important decision for the owners to make. We are getting very, very close for a sale here today. We're getting there brick by brick. Ma'am, you are holding the key here, $900,000, sir. You had about 3 minutes and 46 seconds to think about your next move. Can I tempt you back in for another 10? Or anyone else? At $900,000, that's the current bid now at 9. At 9 is the call. Where do we go? Calling 10 anywhere. At $900,000, are we all done? All finished. All silent here. At 900,000, 910. Welcome back, sir, to 910. and 910 almost, and 910,000 quarter 920, and 910 was the opening bidder. They are.
Will you take a 5 now?
10. 10.
Oh, it's close to 5 now.
Yeah, I don't have the owner's permission to take 5 yet. More than 10. And 910, they are holding the key. At $910,000, are we all done, finished, and silent here? And 910,000 with the opening bidder. And 910 against you. Another 10 will put you back to the driver's seat. And 910 bits over there. All done, finished, and silent here. First call. And $910,000. 20. Second call, and $910,000, and 920. That's the number I'm searching, ma'am. And 910 wisdom, and 910, 10, and 910,000. All done, all finished, all silent here, and $910,000 for the third and final opportunity, and 910,000. 920, welcome back at 920. There you go, sir. 920, we're getting very close at $920,000. What would you like to do? And 920 bits over here. Anyone can jump in also at 920,000. That's the winning bid now. And 920 it against you, sir. What would you like to do? You told me that's it. It was 10 minutes ago. It's not very convincing. And 900. You, sir. Second call, and $920,000. What would you like to do, sir? 920 is the bid for the third and final opportunity at $920,000. All right, I'll give you another moment to think about it. I'll take that 920 to the owner. Won't take too long. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. If you've been to my auctions before, you know what this means, which means we have reached the owner's reserve, we are on the market, and we are selling at $920,000 with them, and preliminary congratulations to you. Sir, you had another 3 minutes and 48 seconds to think about your next move. I'll take $5,000 if that helps. Otherwise, we're going to sell over here or anywhere else being holding back, ladies and gentlemen. We are selling at $920,000. Are we all done? All finished. All silent here at $920,000. $5,000 or even $2,500, ladies and gentlemen, in your hands. we are here to sell at $920,000, 695 square meters, corner block at 920, all done, finished, and silent. First call at 920. What do you say, sir? I'm going to do the same thing for you if I'm selling your home at 920 over there. Second call at $920,000. What's the gamble? Here's the contract. I can't take any more bids. Are you sure, sir? At $920,000. If you missed out on this one, you're going to see me next week. You sure you want to do that? At $920,000 for the third and final opportunity at $920,000. One. Warren, thank you for bidding here today at $920,000. Last three times. Once the gamble, here's the contract. The property will be sold once, twice, three times at $920,000. And number 20. $920,000 to be fair to them, sir. I'll start counting. It's a very expensive 10 seconds. At 920, thank you for your patience. Just trying to do the best thing for the owner. At 920, sir, eagle out. I need to know. Yes, no? What do you say? You got me excited, sir. At $920,000, all done, all finished, all silent. We are selling! Selling! Now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the new owner. It is sold! Congratulations! Well bought. Commiseration to the owner bidders. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for attending another successful Ray White and Waverley auction. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.